guess what's almost here? The baby. As we prepare for our growing family, we have been looking into options that can make our life easier. You guys know, like, I'm always going to the grocery store and spending all this time and doing tons of cooking. Well, we hear so much about food subscription services, and you wonder, like, which ones are actually good. I've been trying them out, and tonight I'm so excited because I'm trying out HelloFresh with Kyle. I'm into these things. I'm into them for a lot of different reasons. A, it can kind of teach you how to cook. B, you don't have to buy a big old thing of every ingredient. You get the exact ingredients measured out. It's very affordable. It's like under $10 a meal to feed your family. We're gonna show you tonight how to make a juicy Lucy burger. The 3 recipes that we got this week is like a creamy dill chicken, a pineapple pork chop, and the juicy Lucy burger. It offers like a huge variety. They're all like chef curated recipes. So the meat was packaged at the bottom by, there's like a little, whenever you get it out of your package, it's all on a sheet all by itself, and it shows you exactly how to make it. So I think this is great because it kind of teaches you how to cook. See, it's got every little thing that you're gonna need to make your burger. You ain't gotta go to no grocery store. And it's pre-packaged, it's like recyclable packaging. There's something in there for everyone. Now, if you'll please meet my lovely assistant and husband. Whenever I'm doing my fancy recipes, I don't really let him help that much because I'm afraid he's gonna mess something up.
Oh, now, don't act like I can't cook off the cuff.
So what are you doing now?
I'm
doing a little
about to
prep
core
work?
seed and dice the tomato. So, always have to remind Mallory to wash her hands before she
Stop.
seems to forget that.
Untrue.
Mon chéri, je t'en prie, ne me fais pas de peine, mon ami. Je t'aimais pour
Now, Kyle is stuffing the burger with the cheddar cheese. I'm over here making this cool, like, onion jam. So what you do basically is you cook your onions down in a little bit of olive oil. You're gonna add a little bit of salt and pepper, some vinegar, which is pre-measured, a tablespoon of that, a pretty big pinch of sugar. Another thing that I love about this, obviously, is that this teaches you how to make things like this.
I think what my wife is trying to say is that it inspires confidence.
Oh, I'm pretty confident in that big old burger I'm about to eat. You put the cheddar cheese that was pre-measured inside the burger.
You don't want to handle it too much. Everybody handles burgers too much.
Oh.
You don't want to do that.
Okay. The onions are browning and cooking down. Don't you think it's kind of fun? Like to be surprised, like you don't really know what you're gonna be eating that night and you're like, oh.
Yeah, it's like a blind date. Could be really good or really bad.
If we were on a blind date, how do you think this would be going right now?
If you show up pregnant, not good.
I now added in the tomatoes and a little bit of salt and pepper. And then this goes in there as well. This is so sensitive. So now we have sliced the buns and put them face side down. You're gonna throw those in the oven for a little bit. Here is that awesome jam. So it's an onion and tomato jam. Kyle is over here still crafting the meats.
Had to make the meats a tad smaller.
It's not like some normal burger. It's like a luxurious garlic mayonnaise spread with onion tomato jam burger. I love arugula salads. So you're gonna throw that just into a bowl, and then you're gonna make a sauce. So I've got salt and pepper already in here. You're gonna use the majority of this mayonnaise. You'll leave a little bit to put on the burger. You're gonna use the vinegar, and then you're gonna mash that garlic in there and put a drizzle of olive oil. You know, it's just really, it's an easy and convenient way, I feel like you're, you know, a really great cook and preparing something really great for your fam. How are you doing over here in the meat section?
I need a steel plate because you really like to press those down
Instead of your cake
as it cooks.
cutter.
But this will do.
I have almost finished the sauce. So I had the salt and pepper in there. I mashed up the garlic cloves. I put some of the mayonnaise in there. The whole thing of vinegar, which wasn't that much. Salt and pepper. And a little drizzle of olive oil. Tell me what you're doing over here, baby.
Well, buns are toasted. And I'm putting a little mayonnaise on mine. Going a lot lighter on.
Why? I want a lot of mayonnaise.
Alright. Like we ain't even got gestational diabetes.
Like we ain't even got it.
You want ketchup?
Yep. Yes. Perfect. It's gonna be So good. So this is our favorite HelloFresh recipe. Everybody likes a juicy burger every once in a while. HelloFresh.com is where you can go to order your own box, and you can use the code. I know y'all like these codes. Mallory Ervin 30 across the screen right here for $30 off your first week of HelloFresh. Tonight I decided, okay, I'm feeling like my back hurts. My stomach is like prickly and it hurts. My legs hurt, my feet hurt. I feel like I have the flu. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have a little pamper night. I'm going to do a spray tan. That always makes me feel really good. And then I'm gonna do a CO2 Lift mask. I'm gonna take a bath and I'm just gonna feel better. I'm gonna show you guys how I dye my eyebrows at home. I did this on Instagram and a lot of people ask about it, so I decided to show you guys. A lot of people are like, man, that would be really nice not to go to the salon. So here are the things that I use that I got from Amazon and Walmart. This is the brand that they used to use, or that they still use whenever I go on me at Parlor 3 where I get my hair done. So it's called Intensive, and I use the color. So I mix 2 different colors, and I think one of these is an older model that I bought. I use the colors medium brown and dark brown, and then you use the color developer. And you do equal parts, so 1 to 1. So if you do 1 dime size of color, you do 1 dime size of the developer. So I'm gonna put in equal parts dark brown. It's gonna come out like almost goldish white. That's not the color, obviously, that it's gonna be on your brows, but that developer is what makes it into the color. So I really have been liking a darker brow lately now that I have a darker root. It makes it so much easier to fill your brows. It's obviously really ideal and really nice when you can get your brows freshly waxed before, because it does dye the skin, so you really have to be pretty good at, you know, knowing exactly where to place this on your brows if you're doing it yourself like I am. I think it's a rule like in the industry that you can't use permanent color on the face. This is a semi-permanent color, so on me it lasts like decently dark for like a week and a half, but I also like fill my brows every day and I wash my face a lot. It's really gonna depend on like how much wear you can get out of it. While that develops, I'm gonna draw an outline on the outside of my brows. This does dye the skin and goes outside the lines. I think it's good to, if you're not gonna freshly wax your brows, which obviously that is definitely the best option, is to freshly wax them. But if they're not, take some kind of thick pencil. I have this one that's just from a drugstore that I bought, NYX, and I draw an exact outline, like as thick as possible, like as close to the brow as I want to dye. And that kind of creates a little bit of a barrier. You can also put Vaseline, like really anything that creates that barrier. But you do, you know, really want to be careful because you don't want to dye your skin in all the wrong places. Okay. So there's one. I'm going to do the other one. And I'm just going to take this brush. I also got this brush off of Amazon. It's actually an Intensive brush too, that same brand. There may be another brand out there that's good, but this is just the one that works on me, and the one that I know I like the color from my hair salon. So then I paint it on there, and then you just let it develop just for a couple minutes. I mean, depending on how dark you want your brow, but I like mine really dark, but still, I mean, even though you have that barrier, sometimes it still gets on the skin, so you just want to really watch leaving it on there for too long. They've been on for a minute, and you can see that they are darkening. So the skin around it will fade off as you wash your face throughout the week. It doesn't last that long, but I really like them dark and kind of full like that, to where they don't look so like penciled in and painted. They look like maybe it's an actual brow. Wouldn't that be a real treat to have an actual brow that looked like that? But we can't all have those things. I also, just in case like I went outside the lines or I didn't get it all, I'll leave my mixture in there until I've completely finished my brows and taken off the mixture completely, so that I can make sure that I don't need to fill in any spots. I used to like automatically start cleaning everything up before my brows were done, and then I realized like there's not a ton of product in those tubes and they're kind of hard to find. Here is what it looked like whenever I took it off. So you can see that hair is really dark now, and I have kind of an end of the brow like I didn't have before. I probably could have left that one on actually for a little bit longer to make it a little darker. It still looks much better, It's gonna be so much easier to fill my brow. I also could have left this one on a little bit longer, but you can see, especially here where I've like made a brow on the inside with that, it just really helps your face look kind of fresh. It makes it a lot easier to fill your brows, and I just think it looks great.
What about
you?
You doing a bit?
Mm-hmm. You want me to dye anything on you? Maybe some of that gray in that beard?
No, I like it. It's a little salt and pepper. Like George Clooney.
It's a lot of salt, a little pepper.
I need to trim it. I look pretty grangly. Man, look how long some of these gray hairs are.
I know, let me dye them.
No.
It's just temporary.
Girl, I ain't that self-conscious.
I am gonna put on a CO2 Lift. It's been a minute since I've done one. These are my absolute favorite products in the beauty industry. It's like a totally game-changing face mask that can like transform your skin. It hydrates it. It just makes it look beautiful. It fills in like these tired looking places on my face. It causes your skin to like overproduce CO2, and it's pretty awesome. You can use my code Mallory too, and it's 14% off all of February. Leave it on for an hour and you will look like a celebrity. So I have it all over my face. I'm gonna leave it on for an hour, then I'm gonna peel it off, and it's gonna reveal beautiful, glowing skin. So use the code Mallory for a discount, and I'll leave the link below. It's literally a miracle. So now, after you wait an hour, you peel it off. It should peel off really easily. Some people don't do them thick enough, but you have to do it really thick, and it should peel off like this. Kind of in sheets, and reveal dewy, beautiful, glowing skin. This is like my beauty product that I can't live without. Look at my skin already. How dewy and like fresh and glowing it looks. Okay.
Mon chéri, je t'en prie, ne me fais